Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the Rugrats dolls that I have, and this is because the other day I opened that blind bag toy and I got Tommy Pickles as one of my mini toys, the little toy brands that they have, and I was telling you guys that I really loved Rugrats when I was a kid and that I had Rugrats dolls and I might make a video about them, and you guys said yes, please make a video about those dolls. And so I thought I would do that today so you guys could learn a little bit more about them and see them. Now, before I start, for those of you who are not familiar with Rugrats, Rugrats was a cartoon on Nickelodeon. It started airing in 1991, and there have been several, I would say, reboots and additional episodes and things like that, but the main series that I watched as a kid ran from 91 to 93, and there were 65 episodes. And the main character in Rugrats, or the main characters, it was a bunch of babies. So we had Tommy Pickles, and you had Chuckie, and there were twins named Lil and Phil, which they did not make dolls of Lil and Phil in this line, or I would have had them. And then Angelica, who was a 3-year-old, she was older and she was kind of a bully. So that is the Rugrats show. Now, when I was a kid, Rugrats came on Nickelodeon, and they called them Nicktoons, and they had Doug. Doug was a cartoon that came on first, and I just loved that cartoon. Doug and his friend Skeeter, and Patty Mayonnaise, which was his girlfriend. That show was so cool. And then Rugrats would come on after that, and again, I absolutely loved Rugrats. It was such a cool show to me. And then after that would be Ren and Stimpy. So I would watch those all the time when I was a kid. Now, I was born in 82, so that kind of gives you an idea about the age range that I was at that time. I also continued to watch Nicktoons for a while. I loved Rocko's Modern Life, and I loved Real Monsters. That show was great. But Rugrats are the only ones that I actually have dolls for. And so what I wanted to do today is tell you a little bit about each one of the dolls. There's not a lot to tell, but I do want to show them to you guys and tell you about them. So first of all, we'll talk about Tommy Pickles. Now, all the dolls have a big plastic head, and you can see he is definitely a childhood doll of mine. He was in storage, and in storage he had gotten, I guess he was stored next to something red or pink, and you can see the dye did a little bit of transfer to him. He's got his 5 little hairs on top, and they're made out of like a cording of some sort. He's got his little freckles on his head, and he's got his diaper and his blue shirt, a little belly button as well. Now, these dolls were made in 1993 by Mattel, and you can see marked, possibly if the camera will pick it up, on the back of the head it says 1993 MTV, what does that say? MTVN. So that's MTV Networks, because Nickelodeon, I think, was a part of MTV Networks at that time. And if you look at the tag on the bum, the tag says Mattel, Incorporated Arco Toys, and 1993 Nickelodeon, made in China. So these were from 1993. So that is Tommy, and they're very top heavy. I have them sitting on a shelf at the top of my room, so all around my room I have a few shelves that are like mounted to the top of the wall, so they just sit there. The limbs are also this hard plastic. I don't think it might be vinyl, but if it is, it's a very, very hard vinyl. And you can see how it's constructed. You've got a full soft body here, and then the limbs are like so. And let me show you, same thing on the legs. So let's take a quick commercial break and come back, and we'll talk about Chuckie.
We'll be back with more Rugrats after this.
Oh, wow, look at this, from the magical world of Lil.
Wow, how'd you change your outfit?
This is Little Miss Dress-Up, that's how.
But how'd you do that?
Little Miss Dress-Up has a magical outfit.
Wow.
It changes color, so I can dress her all kinds of different ways. She's got a magical ponytail that changes color, too.
She's amazing.
Little Miss Dress-Up, oh, wow.
Little Miss Dress-Up dolls sold separately come with color change outfit and wallets you fill with warm and ice water from Mattel.
You're watching Nickelodeon, and now back to Rugrats.
Welcome back to my Rugrats show, and now we're going to talk about Chuckie. Chuckie was always my favorite. I don't know if it was the purple glasses, if it was the wild orange hair, or if it's because Chuckie was always really like a nervous kid, just kind of like me, very anxious, very nervous, and so I could relate to him a lot because I have also always been a worrywart in my life. But he came with his little shirt with I guess that Saturn on it. Look how cute that is, and it's got pink trim on the oh gosh, the arms and the neck, and then he's got his green shorts on. So, and he's got his sneakers, where Tommy, you saw before, had bare feet. Chuckie's always dressed in the show. His socks are sewn on, but they are like real fabric socks, and then he's got his maroon sneakers. Now, I love this Chuckie doll so much. I love his hair. His hair is very troll-like. If you had trolls as a kid like I did, that may be another reason that I loved Chuckie so much, because of that wild hair. And I think he just stands out because he's just, look at him. I mean, he's so colorful, and he's so, I just love Chuckie. I loved his glasses. He had teeth. You know, not all the babies had teeth. I can't remember, Phil and Lil, I think one of them had a tooth or something, but there weren't Phil and Lil dolls, so I don't have the Phil and Lils. But anyway, so there's Chuckie, so adorable. I love him. He's probably my favorite of the three. He is my favorite of the three that I have. But now in the set, Mattel made four characters. They made Chuckie, Tommy, Angelica, and they also did Spike, which is Tommy's dog. I did not get Tommy's dog at the time because he was just a plush dog, and even at that age, they came out in 93, so I would have been 10 or 11 when I got these, and at that time I didn't collect plush animals, so I didn't get the dog, which now thinking back on it doesn't make a lot of sense. But of course, I also didn't have my own money at that age. I wasn't gainfully employed, and as I recall, I believe my grandma bought these for me, so I was probably doing well to get all three of the dolls, and you know, didn't want to push too much for Spike too. But here's Angelica. Now Angelica, she just has that evil kind of smile. You can see her, like, you know, she's got almost like a vacant but evil sort of face. And then she's got her purple ribbons in her hair. Her hair is rooted, so it's in there good, and it's, you know, it's the same kind of plastic material. Same thing with her arms and legs. She's got, you know, the vinyl. She's also got a plastic shoe on, unlike Tommy, but just like Chuckie, and she's got like a real sock there, like a sock band. Her polka dotted pants or tights, her purple jumper here, and then her orange striped shirt. Now, again, I never liked Angelica as a character. She was always a bully, and she was, you know, she was not a nice kid. And you can see where she was actually, I know what this is on the back of her head. This is Chuckie's shoes on the back of her head. So you could say that when I had them in storage, he was kicking her in the back of the head the whole time, which that's what it is. You can see where it's come off because I just had them sort of stored in a tub together. I haven't had the opportunity to take a magic eraser to it and try to wipe that off, which one day I will. But anyway, Chuckie's hair too, I should mention, it is kind of constructed like troll hair. It's kind of glued there into his head, where her hair is really rooted, and then Tommy's little strands of hair are just, you know, they're just kind of, I guess that you would call that rooted, but you know, whatever. There's 5 strands of hair. So there's Angelica, and she's just, you know, I had to have her too with the rest of the kids. Plus, she was the only girl doll they had, and I've always really loved girl dolls. When it comes down to my dolls, I would almost always choose those. But this is my Rugrats collection. Like I said, the only one I'm missing from the 93 collection is Spike the dog, but maybe one day I'll find him. If you're interested in these, they sell for pretty inexpensively, even new in the box on eBay. I was looking around before I made this video, and they're around 20 bucks or so per doll. I think they're the cutest dolls that came out for Rugrats. They have some other dolls. They had like a talking Tommy, and they had some that had popsicles where they would get popsicle stuff on their mouths. But I really like these the best. I think they have a very close likeness to the animated characters, which is what I really like. I really like them to be very close to that. And they're a good size. I think they're about, I would say they're about maybe 12 inches tall. It's hard to say without a measuring tape here. But anyway, they are top heavy because the heads are so big, but they're just really sweet dolls. So I store them, or I not store them, but I display them seated like this on the shelf, and that's where they sit. And also just, I love their hands. Like, look at Chuckie's hands, how they're just kind of sprawled out like that. Angelica's hands are different. And then Tommy's hands are also different. But Chuckie's kind of got those, like, he's got those nervous hands. And I love that about him. That's why he was always my favorite. Or that's one of the reasons he was always my favorite. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this short video about my Rugrats dolls. If you watched Rugrats or any of the other Nicktoons when you were a kid, let me know in the comments below who your favorite character was and which one of the Nicktoons was your favorite. I really loved Ren and Stimpy, but I really loved Rugrats too. It's hard for me to pick a favorite because I really like them all so much. You know, they were just great cartoons, great part of my childhood. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, big thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. I want to say a huge thank you to my patrons from Patreon: Lindsay S., Leah W., Jenny C., Doreen Z., Janice H., Mercedes W., Angela E., Cindy K., Bear Sunflower, Diane B., Kelly L., Cindy L., Susie W., Krista R., and Victory Run. Your support means so much to me and helps me continue to bring you great dolly content. For information on how you can become a supporter of this channel, please be sure to check the video description and see the link. Thank you.